If you're a fan of anime and gemstones, then you may have heard of a show called Land of the Lustrous. It's a show about these humanoid people that are basically the living embodiment of gemstones. And if that sounds like your type of thing, I've got good news for you. We've already done 4 episodes covering this show in the past, so if you haven't seen any of those, definitely go check them out. But for now, it's time for the long-awaited part 5 of our Land of the Lustrous series.
Yay!
In our previous videos, we covered characters like phosphophilite, cinnabar, morganite, antarcticite, alexandrite, and of course, bort. Today, we're going to talk about watermelon tourmaline, diamond, jade, and rutile, and see what they have in common with their real-life gem counterparts. First off, watermelon tourmaline. Just looking at the character design, it's pretty clear that the creators were inspired by the natural color zoning of watermelon tourmaline. The pink and green combination is a perfect representation of the feature that gives watermelon tourmaline its name. This variety of tourmaline has a pink center, a green exterior, and sometimes a thin white layer in between. Crystals are often sliced really thin to show off this uncanny cross-section. And this coloration is totally natural. Tourmaline is colored by trace elements that are present as the crystal forms, like lithium, iron, and manganese. If the composition and concentration of these elements changes during the formation of the stone, then the new growth of the stone will be a different color, resulting in bicolor or watermelon tourmaline. The similarities between the show and the stone don't stop there, however. Melon, as they're called, is capable of charging and releasing bursts of electricity as an attack. Though it's not exactly a taser, real tourmaline can do the same thing. It possesses properties called piezoelectricity and pyroelectricity, which allow it to generate and hold a slight electrical charge when struck or stressed, or when heated. Some believe that the word tourmaline is derived from an Indian phrase meaning to attract ash, because this electrical charge would cause the stone to attract small airborne particles like dust and ash. Along with color zoning, tourmaline can also be found with a variety of inclusions, which brings us to our next character in the show, Rutile. Sometimes, during their ongoing war with the Lunarians, these gems can get broken or shatter, and it's up to Rutile, the doctor, to put them back together. In the show, Rutile says that the gems are full of microscopic organisms called inclusions that allow the gems to be put back together, making them immortal in a way. Even if a gemstone shattered and sank to the bottom of the ocean, Rutile could put them back together. As the doctor, Rutile knows the insides and compositions of the gems very well, which makes sense because Rutile itself is an inclusion. In real life, the mineral rutile is a very common inclusion in many gem varieties like quartz, ruby, sapphire, and yes, tourmaline. It typically forms as long, yellowish, needle-like growths, which may be the inspiration for the character's legs, which are often described in the show as long and attractive. We actually have Rutile to thank for some famous optical phenomena, like the star sometimes seen in ruby and sapphire. Lastly, we're going to cover an important distinction the show makes between 2 physical properties of the gems: hardness versus toughness. It'd be fair to assume that in a show about anthropomorphic gemstones going to battle, that a diamond character would be the strongest character. Well, yes and no. The most durable stones, the tough and hard ones, are the ones that do battle with the Lunarians, while the more brittle and vulnerable stones have other roles to play. Diamond, with a hardness of 10, has high offensive power, but like real diamond, they're brittle and break easily with second-rate toughness. On the other hand, a stone with an average hardness can be extremely tough. Take jade, for example. It has a lower hardness of 7. A diamond can easily scratch it. However, jade is exceptionally tough and resists breaking and chipping better than most. This has made it an excellent material for tools and ornamentation for thousands of years. This makes jade great for the position of Sensei's spokesperson in the show, given their impossible task of waking Sensei up, as well as the fact that his voice alone can shatter the gems. If the difference between hardness and toughness still isn't quite clicking for you, consider this. You can take a leather belt or a leather shoe and you can scratch it with even your fingernail, but the thing will last you through years and years of wear. Now imagine a pane of glass. You certainly can't scratch it with your fingernail, but if you drop it on the floor, it easily shatters. That does it for today's video. Should we do another Land of the Lustrous video? Which characters would you like to see us cover? Let us know down in the comments, and of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching.